Hello, brothers and sisters. Thanks you guys for coming and listening to my videos at Prophets Among Us channel here. Um, and if you guys have any suggestions, or how to make the channel better, please leave me comments below. And if you know any hardware, all I got on my computer is this. Let me see what it says. It says it's a Windows Live movie maker, and I can't do that to do anything. I could just use pictures, but I can't do movies. I can't put music and me talking. It doesn't do anything. So this is a regular desktop. Do you guys know any good programs that I could use, to start making this a little more professional? Please let me know. I'm a poor guy, of course, right now. So anything, low budget or free, that would be nice. But yeah. So last night was a very packed night of dreams. Last night was one of them nights, I was crying out to the Lord and wanted to know, about how close we are to the rapture. I wanted more information on this secret place that may exist. That does exist. He told me, because one of his gifts was, he told me I'd go to this place of comfort and training before the rapture took place, and that's what I was freaking out with last time I was talking to you guys in one of my other videos. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you this dream tonight, and then I'm gonna have a second video I'm gonna put up tonight too, with more of the flash dreams. But the flash dreams are really gonna confirm a lot of stuff about that island. I think the caves and stuff like that. But this video is a whole different thing. I don't know. I'm just gonna start reading it to you. Okay. This dream starts off with someone like a family gathering. I'm at my grandma's house. I can't see my grandma, but we're all there. And then, I look around and it's like random people in my life. It's not just a typical family that would be there. It's like I have friends in Arizona, like my best friend's kids were there, and his mom. I saw my family from this state. It's kind of like really random people in this gathering. It wasn't like this my grandma's people. It was like random people I knew throughout time. And I saw people that were there, and some people that should have been there that weren't there. They were all cooking and hanging out. And when they all were going to go to sleep, they all had beds. I guess they took the rooms, but the only thing they had left was this little cracked up little bed in the corner of the house that I took it, no problem. And then the second night came, and somebody had took the bed, and I didn't have nothing to sleep on. Really, I slept on the floor. Throughout this whole thing, I get the feeling of being lonely a lot in these dreams until the end where the Lord comes to me. But I'll get to that part. So nowhere to sleep and all that, and I remember talking to my best friend's oldest child. His kids were there, and he lives in Arizona. And for some reason, he was there, his children, and his oldest was talking to me. We're just having a great talk. We talked about a lot of things here, but I can't remember. So I just put here, we talked about spiritual things. And I believe I taught him somewhat of the New Age, deceptive, occultic kind of New Age movement. I told him to watch for that. But he already was like, it was like talking to a spiritual 40-year-old. The guy, he was a young kid, he was amazing. So he was very in touch with the Lord, and I understood that he was holy. The next scene opens up. I'm on this. Okay, guys, know how I'm always in my videos. I always see like a huge boat, or I see it going through a portal, or getting close to the portal. With this time, guys, I'm not seeing a picture of a boat in my dreams. I'm on the boat. We are on the boat. It's not a regular boat. I'm freaking out because I'm like on a big metal. Them shipping container boats, the ones like you see with like all kind of huge shipping containers, like they go way overseas and all that. Well, yeah. We're like somewhere, I don't know if it's over water or over the air, I don't know. We're in this ship moving. Okay, there's no containers there, but just people. Okay, so lost my place here. Okay, but yeah, so there's no containers, but it was just boat and people. I'm on the deck of this boat again, kind of like nowhere to sleep, kind of like lonely, sleeping on the boat. I'm on the deck. I had no bed to sleep on, and the really cool thing was above my head. What's really strange about this dream? Above my head there was a circle. Try to imagine this. I'm trying to say this the best I can. Imagine a portal, like a rapture portal, but it's a circular. It was levitating in the air. I could see the bottom of it, It was like it was like a circular levitating pool of liquid, and kind of like you would have just a circle of liquid, kind of gooky water. It was see through, but it looked like it might have some biological stuff going on in it. I'm not sure. I call it I call it the circulating levitating pool of liquid. It was kind of like a shape of a jacuzzi, like this. It was more like a portal thing, guys. But there was no bottom. There was no hard floor. It was way up in the air, like on the second deck of this big boat. And I was sleeping underneath it. And at time to time, these pieces of the fluid would hit on my face, So I tried to scoot over and get away from it. And then okay, so I was trying to say it was something like a portal as it floated in the air, but it had a liquid substance, like I was saying, that people were were laying in. So this thing was above me, and for some reason this was kind of like they had beds and I didn't, but their bed was like they always were laying up in this, taking turns in the second floor, laying up in this liquid substance. Remember, I got this liquid substance. It's like the portal. It's like they're laying in this stuff, and I can see it laying in it. And there's no floor, but they're not falling and hitting the ground, below them. But there is no flooring. It's like liquid is keeping them. The gravity has them staying up in this thing. So as they're up in there, I guess I was told that while they slept in there, their bodies healed. So I want you to. I'm gonna stop right here, and I want us to really imagine what we're looking at. So say you're laying on a deck of a huge ship, and you look straight up in the air above you, about 15, 20 feet, and you see maybe a 6x6 or 10x10 circle, and this circle has no floor underneath it, no bottom, but the water's not coming down to the ground. But you see water, but you see like globby water in there, like if biological stuff's going on, like it'd be in a mother's sack or something. You know what I mean? Like biological stuff in there. And you see a woman, people that take turns and they lay up in that stuff. As they lay in that stuff, they fall asleep. They're so comfortable, and their bodies get healed. So that's what I'm seeing on top of me when I'm laying down on the ground. So they're laying down above my head and sleeping. Yeah, of course, because it would heal their bodies. I put here. As I laid on the deck under this liquid portal, I would watch it above me, and drops of this liquid would fall on my face. Not that it was annoying, but it kind of was. So I sort of scooted over a little bit, so I could rest a little, and I watched above a lady. I watched above at a lady who was in this portal of liquid stuff, and she was so peaceful, and she was getting healed, and I felt sort of sad that I had again to go without all this stuff, and I felt sad again that I had to just lay down on the ground somewhere, like not feeling loved or wanted. I just take my spot in the corner over here on the floor. As I start to feel that, this lady that was in there, she starts to slowly, like her body slowly starts to, like the stuff starts to drop a little bit, like umbilical fluid starts to drop, and then she starts to slowly float down, not drop, kind of like gravity slowly giving out, kind of like she's being laid down. So she slowly goes down, and she just nicely, gently lands in the deck. So as she lands, she's still sleeping, covered in goo, but as far as I could tell, she's healed. But then we hear the boat captain ask everyone not to look at her naked body. So I slowly went to help her, to help the captain cover her nakedness up, and she laid there with this liquid goo all over her, and she was pretty peaceful, guys. As I started to feel sad again that I was alone to sleep on this deck of this huge shipping boat with no bed, I kind of started to feel this weird thing happened, guys. I started to feel like this love of like since it's like you're hearing telepathically, but it wasn't like a word. It was like, I know you're suffering, Jason, but I have a gift for you, son. Or I got you. I have a gift for you. This is for what you're doing for me, my love. This is what's going to happen. So all of a sudden, the scene just totally changes, guys. I kind of go into a vision. I call it a vision because at first it's a dream, but then it goes to this vision-like state. All of a sudden, I'm being pushed on my back on something like a hospital bed. They push the patients in. You know, like the ones that they roll you in. And all I could see at first while I was on my back was a glorious white tunnel in my eyesight. I could not see to my right or to my left because it was just too white. It was blinding. But I could see the ceiling right, like towards the end of the tunnel. But it's as if I was in a tunnel, like if I had tunnel vision, with this glorious light. I was being pushed to a secret place, and to my understanding, there was a gift awaiting me as I was being pushed. It's so funny. I was in a hospital bed too, because I'm always sick and tired and have no energy to do nothing. I have a lot of health problems right now. Well, we get to this special room, and I'm walking now, so the scene changes again, and now I'm being told that I'm being rewarded, or being granted a reward. Now, brothers and sisters, this next part is symbolic. Okay, so as soon as you hear it, don't be like, "What?" You know, kind of listen to it and be like, think about it symbolically, what it can mean. As I walk in, there are all my favorite sports cars all lined up in this place, guys, and there are beautiful girls everywhere. I then feel as if subliminally I'm being told that I get 2 cars and I get 2 girls. Not sure subliminally what that means yet, but as I go to the car I have to sign something, my fingers and a pen get put on I think it was a gold number. The number said 902. So I had to sign instead of signing my name, I had to sign 902, but 902 is already there. And I believe the Lord wanted me to retrace around 902, and the O or the 0 kind of had like little earwings on the outside of the O. So I was like circling the O, like trying to remove the earwings a little bit. I could have wrote it wrong, guys, because when I woke up, I could have been something at 8. I don't know, but it was a 902, and I have no idea why that was there for. I got my own opinions about this, but I'm not a date setter, so I will never do that. But yeah, so I think he had me. Then I started to think, oh, wow, what if those 3 numbers are another little gift for me? That's something to encourage me by. Maybe it's something that I need to figure out, something to encourage me as far as when the timing might come and all that. So yeah, so 902. You know, I'm not a date setter, so nobody out there say, well, Jason's saying September the 2nd something's going on, because I done told you guys I done had a dream of a ship, or a rocket ship going up, and the name of the boat was September. So, but I'm not saying I'm setting any dates. I don't know. That could be a nuclear bomb. It could be just a little rocket. I'm like shooting their BB gun in the backyard. I have no idea. But yeah, so he had me sign and trace this 902. It was as if he was making sure I would not forget it. He was having me do a mental check, and he was having me trace over it, kind of like how you get a kid to write their alphabets or their numbers. Like they're singing it, they're doing it, you remember it a lot easier. That's what he was getting me to do with this number, and I believe the number was 902, and I believe that might have been the gift itself was a date. So, because I had been praying, guys, I had been praying about the rapture. I've been praying about, the Lord told me in my on one of my gifts before that I go to a place and I found out now it's about 45 days I'll be at this place before the rapture happens. I think of a place of training, a place of learning, a place of relax right before the rapture. And so I was praying about that, and I thought to myself, well, maybe that's a day, not of course not the rapture day, but maybe that's a day that I might leave for this training, or something like that. But again, there could just be numbers, guys. I'm not setting dates, but yeah, I'm about to close this in a little bit, and I have another video, some flash dreams, and a lot of that has to do with the island, because a lot of cool dreams last night that I want to share with you guys. But this one right here is already getting pretty long, so I'll close it now. But yeah, think about it, guys. Stop the video here and there, break it down. Maybe break it down. Think about things like this. Okay, whenever I wasn't in that liquid stuff, like the portal, like they were, but I was when I was being on that hospital bed and they were pulling me, all I could pushing me, all I could see is a white tunnel vision, and I was all glorious white. Maybe I wasn't really on that bed. Maybe that was my turn to be in that portal, and the portal heals. Maybe the rapture heals you when you're in the portal. So I mean, think of things like that, guys, and you guys have been making some great suggestions to these, and I appreciate it. And please like the video and leave your comments below. Like I said, I'll put another one up in a little bit on Flash Streams. I think I got some more information on this place that's pre-Rapture, guys. Okay, love you guys, and talk to you later, bye.